So why do we do the things that we do, and how do we make ourselves get things done? Typically, when we talk about making ourselves or what drives us to get things done, we're talking about motivation. And motivation is what fuels our behavior, and it's that drive that gets us moving. Psychologists usually break motivation into two categories. One called intrinsic, which comes from inside you, and then the other is extrinsic, which comes from sources which are outside of you. So intrinsic motivation happens when you do something simply because you enjoy it. There's no prize involved, just a genuine interest or purpose. Think of what is some hobby that you have, whether it's reading or sports. Often you'll do these things just because you enjoy doing them, and that's intrinsic motivation. This kind of motivation is linked to deeper learning. We tend to put more effort into learning things that we're intrinsically motivated to do, but also linked to things like creativity and just long-term feelings of satisfaction and happiness. Extrinsic motivation is where we do things for rewards or for to avoid punishment that are external to us. A lot of us go to work each day because we need money and we need that money to maybe get to do the things we want to do. Um, but ultimately, what we really want to have happen is to find a balance with these things. Um, if we understand what motivates us, then we can allow those intrinsic motivations to kind of fuel us to do the things we need to do. And extrinsic rewards can help us push through tasks that we might otherwise avoid, right? Like, kind of like we go to work because we need the money. But if we use them together, and if you think about it, if we're, a supervisor or a manager or a business owner, if we can understand our employees' intrinsic reward systems, we may be able to find some extrinsic rewards that will motivate them to to do the very best they can, motivate them in ways that will play to their intrinsic reward systems. So motivation is typically strongest when extrinsic rewards support our intrinsic goals. And so think of that in your business relationships. If you're trying to drive customers to make a purchase, if you're trying to drive employees to do their very best, if you're a teacher trying to encourage students to do their very best, we want to try to find an appropriate mix of intrinsic and extrinsic motivations. Anyway, I hope that explains the difference between the two and helps you see why it's important for us to consider these things in our business relationships.